Hello, good evening, good morning, whenever you happen to see this video on information on Carl Jung's perspective on obsessive thoughts. Artificial intelligence gives us this information. Carl Jung's perspective on obsessive thoughts, often linked to what was then called compulsion neurosis, now understood as part of obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, centers on the idea that these thoughts are not random intrusions, but rather meaningful messages from the unconscious, often indicating a fixation or resistance in the conscious mind. Jung believed that these thoughts, while distressing, could be seen as potential messengers guiding us toward greater self understanding and wholeness by highlighting disowned or underdeveloped aspects of the self. Here's a more detailed look at Jung's perspective. Fixation and resistance. Jung suggested that obsessive thoughts arise when a person fixates on something or resists a particular aspect of themselves or their situation. This blockage of energy or vitality can manifest as compensatory reactions in the unconscious, leading to intrusive thoughts and compulsive behaviors. The unconscious as a source. Jung viewed the unconscious as a dynamic force, not just a repository of repressed material. He believed that unconscious contents, including those that manifest as obsessive thoughts, are attempting to communicate something to the conscious mind. Shadow integration. Jung's concept of the shadow refers to the disowned, rejected, or undeveloped aspects of the personality. He believed that these shadow aspects can manifest as intrusive thoughts or negative impulses, and that integrating them rather than suppressing them is crucial for psychological health. The messenger of the self. According to Jung, obsessive thoughts are not necessarily the problem itself, but rather a symptom of a deeper psychological issue. By understanding the content of these thoughts and the underlying patterns of resistance or fixation, individuals we can gain valuable insights into our own psyche and move towards greater self awareness. The animus anima. Jung's concept of the animus in women, which would be the masculine part, and anima in men, which would be the feminine, the unconscious archetypes of the opposite sex within each one of us can also play a role in obsessive thoughts, particularly those related to relationships or undesired aspects of the personality. Finding meaning in madness. Jung's approach emphasizes the importance of finding meaning in even the most distressing or seemingly irrational thoughts. He believed that by exploring the symbolism and underlying dynamics of these thoughts, we can unlock hidden aspects of ourselves and work towards psychological healing. In essence, Jung's perspective on obsessive thoughts suggests that they are not random occurrences, but rather meaningful communications from the unconscious that, when understood and integrated, can lead to personal growth and wholeness. Now, why obsession can be transformative, though painful and disruptive, obsession can also be a gift. According to Jung, obsession often marks the beginning of the individuation process, the journey toward becoming our true self. It forces us to face the unresolved conflicts and repressed emotions that are holding us back. And this is found on the webpage medium.com, and it's called The Science of Obsession, a Jungian perspective on, let's see if they give us more information, our deepest fixations. And this image is created by the chat GPT-40 by the author, that the person that wrote this article. Here's a photograph of Carl Gustav Jung. Okay. This was published January 19th, 2025. Champrit Singh. And she says, have you ever felt completely consumed by a thought, a person, or an idea? That feeling of being unable to shake something from your mind, no matter how hard you try, in unsettling, even maddening. Yet, according to Carl Gustav Jung, one of the most influential thinkers in modern psychology, these obsessive fixations are not random, but deeply rooted in the unconscious mind, acting as signals, messengers, or even catalysts for personal growth. In Jung's world, obsession is but a flaw, a disorder. Rather, it's a window to the bottom. I would say in Jung's world, obsession is a flaw, a disorder, or not just a flaw or a disorder. Rather, it's a window to the bottom of our psyche, pleading with us to take cognizance of parts of ourselves that we have long abandoned. Let's look into emotional, symbolic, and transformative elements of obsession from the viewpoint of Jungian analytic psychology. Obsession as the cry from the unconscious. And here's another image. It's an iceberg. It's the image of an iceberg. The tip up, the one on top, is what we can see of the iceberg, and down here is the unseen part of the iceberg. But it has it has the image of a person deep down, right there, sealed underneath everything, hidden underneath everything. And this is an image created by the author using Chat GPT-40. Oh, I do hope we are recording this and we can listen to it. And I'm going to check, okay? Excuse me. Let's see. Record. Yes, I can hear myself. Good. Okay, let's go back to seeing that we're here. We are. Okay. For Jung, the human mind is like an iceberg. Only a small portion of it is above the water, visible, whereas the biggest part of the mass is submerged and constitutes the unconscious. According to him, obsession occurs when something from the unconscious is not seen, is not taken into account. And excuse me, but they want me to create an account to read the full story. And right now, I think we've read enough. If you're interested, you can find more information on Carl Jung. Thank you. Thank you very much. So the obsession thoughts, compulsions are trying to tell us something. So we say yes to that and we stop resisting them. Thank you. Thank you very much.